a bit of context. I have no idea what this game is going to entail. In fact, I know so little, I've gone into it completely blind. I was recommended this by a coworker, and they were like, you should definitely check this game out, but be sure that you don't look at any reviews. Okay, check. I haven't looked at any footage, nothing. The dialogue boxes here are making me quite concerned. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. Also, on the previous one, which I'll show right now, playing this game is not meant for children or for those who are easily disturbed. Okay, what the fuck did I just sign up for? Because this sounds like a train ride I'm willing to wreck right into hell, so let's dive right in. By playing Doki Doki Literature, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age. Okay, so definitely an adult, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Hell yeah. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori. I've heard that name on a Reddit somewhere. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would have overslept more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after me like this, I almost felt better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Aw, but she looks like a cutie. She can't be that bad. Don't run away from her. I overslept again. Ha! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. That's so cute. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That mean yodeler, I would never do that to you, Sayori. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Would you just fucking friendzone me, you bitch? Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to mean even if you want to. I'm not a nice guy. Whatever you say, Sayori. By the way, yodeler, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I'm above that standard of living. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations, which, you know, I just one ear out the other. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Dude, that's me. Alright, I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Bitch, I'm about to graduate college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat... What's a neat? N-E-E-T. Google, I need you. N-E-E-T, what does that mean? Oh, not in education, employment, or training. Oh, so you're just a fucking bum. But I die at the thought of you becoming a fucking bum in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worrying. Don't keep me worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Fucking bitch. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? It's a good question. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This is like your typical Japanese classroom. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to join some check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Fuck yeah. Hello. Hello there. Sayori. Sayori must have Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. God, I cannot fucking read. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Yeah, I tend to do that sometimes. I tend to get in my own head. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. She blushing? Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Oh, Sayori? Yes? There is no way I'm going to your club. Oh, meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. That is the name of this Doki Doki Literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. I have my fingers on WASD right now, but I don't know if I'm actually going to need it there. And I don't know, this seems like a dialogue kind of game. So I'm just going to put my hand down. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President, so no one wants to join. That sucks. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. I mean, if you got some like cool manga or something in the literature club that you would classify as cultured literature, I'd be down. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Oh, I hope you're not talking about me. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Fuck. Let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because generally used for third-year class and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Wait, I didn't tell you I was gonna sign up. Yeah, see, even the dialogue said that too. Like, that was just my reaction. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. You know what? I think I might stay. She kinda cute. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you bought a boy? What, do you think I'm gonna give you fucking cooties? This isn't middle school. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Yodeler, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in this situation. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls, my thoughts exactly. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Anyway, this Natsuki always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Yodeler. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we really talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come on, sit down, Yodeler. We made a room for you at the table, so come sit next to me and Monica. Fuck yeah. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make us some tea as well? Fuck yeah, I'm down for it. I love tea. Can I get chamomile? Or no, actually, can I get some Yorkshire? Oh, that shit's so good. A little bit of milk on top and some biscuits. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. I don't get what's so dark and scary about this game. It seems rather positive and wholesome. Your typical anime, school slice of life anime genre. I don't really get what's so bad about it. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Da-da. Ooh. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Their whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, that's cute. So cute. My thoughts exactly. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Are these like roofie cupcakes? Am I about to get roofied? I'm just trying to think of how this is gonna turn dark. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Wait, are these actually like roofie cupcakes? I said that jokingly. No, I can't. No. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Deja vu. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Fuck yeah, give me my tea. That's what I've been waiting for this entire time. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Fuck yeah, it does. I guess. That's not what I would say. I'd say, fuck yeah, it does. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Speaking of tea, I actually have a cup of tea right here steeping. I gotta take out the chamomile bag. So, what made you consider the literature club? Right. I was afraid of the Something tells me I shouldn't tell her that I was practically dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Fuck yeah, let's read 50 Shades of Grey. That's fun and exciting. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? That's pretty reputable. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the... fuck politics. It feels like nothing but arguing. Yeah, screw that. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy. Fuck yeah. I respect that. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Fuck yeah. I'm all about that. She's cool as fuck. Monica really is a great leader. I agree. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. So Yodeler, what kind of things do you like to read? Fuck. Anime? Manga? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Yeah? That's what I would have said. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. She perks her head up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yodeler? Well, oh, Yuri. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that delve deep in complex fantasy worlds. Oh, so like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, or even Star Wars. The level of creativity and craftsmanship between them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. I agree. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. That's called an introvert, people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Psychological, huh? Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? That is interesting, actually. Yeah. You know, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I have, actually. I've read a Stephen King book called Christine whenever I was like 14 years old. It was about a car that killed people. Yeah, that was lovely. It's about as big as a Harry Potter book, and I read every single page. Boy, did I sleep well that night. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I know a guy who could do that. His name's Patrick Starfish. Really? I couldn't have expected that, Yuri. For some reason, for someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Ooh, another good book series that I could think of is the Percy Jackson series. Ooh, looks like my lights are starting to flicker. I gotta change my background real quick. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind, she likes manga too. I can tell. That's right, you usually do like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? She's like, what do you mean, me? I don't like cute things. Impossible. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last meeting. Oop, you done fucked up. It looked like you were writing on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give Me That Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Aww. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! That just makes you even more cute. You're totally defeating the purpose of not saying that. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, eh? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Man, that's deep. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example. That's a yes. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Yodeler? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I boldly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have some other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four goers stare at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Yodeler, you all are defenseless against these girls. That's so bad. Guilt tripping me. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, they lighten up. I'm so happy. Okay. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. I mean, come on, would you really put it past me? Maybe I did just come for the cupcakes. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. We can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Oh god, now they're giving me homework. I take it back. I don't want to join. Write a poem? Okay. Yodeler, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class harmonica with my mediocre writing skills? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside. Ugh. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat. Hey, Yodeler. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? How about we walk to the manga club? I want to see what's popping over there. Can I join 2 clubs? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room, make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica, and my dick slowly starts to harden. I mean, well, I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club. Probably not if you're having to write cheesy poems every day, but I think you'll make do. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I don't know. I got a feeling that things are going to take a dark turn. Just from adults only. No anxiety. No depression when playing this game. That's a lot of foreshadowing, and I expect some dark shit to happen. And I am anticipating that moment. Oh, I'm actually doing this. Oh fuck, okay. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Interesting. Strawberry, Uncanny, Swimsuit, Inferno. Inferno. We're gonna take a dark turn. Agonizing. Disarray. Wrath. What else? I mean, puppy's too wholesome. We're going dark. Uncontrollable. Tragedy. Ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. Very secretive. Unrestrained. Massacre. That's the name of our show. Doki Doki. We'll do that. Vertigo. Horror. Oh, friends. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to pick that. That's too friendly. God damn it. Climax. Yes. What else do we have? Vibrant, variance, happiness, explode, infallible. What the fuck does that mean? God, I gotta look this up. Infallible. Oh, incapable of being wrong. No. Probably something like cry. Lollipop? Feather? Promise? Dazzle? Sadness? Melancholy is go kawaii. Fuck yeah. That's so kawaii. Oh my god. Ew. I don't know which one to pick. They're all too... Insight would be probably the best one. Depression. Fuck yeah. And misery. I just made the most depressing, fucked up poem. Oh my god. I gotta know what they're gonna say. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but trust me, it's gonna be a lot stranger for me than it's gonna be stranger for you, believe me. Well, I'm back to the literature club. I was the last to come in. Yo, why the fuck did they give me those words to choose from? Now that I think about it, like, that is not normal. The fact that they gave me those options is not normal. Like, there's something wrong about that. Alright. Thanks for helping keep your promise, Yodeler. Okay, yeah. This isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. It's not, it's fine. Being surrounded by a bunch of beautiful waifus, it's not a bad commitment at all. This is actually like my own personal harem. I fuck with this, let's go. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. No, I actually wanted to join the manga club. She's wrong. Well, last year, yeah, maybe not last year. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you didn't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, busted. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Oh my god. So me and my brother had this same discussion while I was in high school. I read, like, I would go to the library and I would actually rent the Naruto books. They only had like 1 through 100 or something like that. They had a lot. They had a lot of books of Naruto, and I would check them out regularly. And I would be there. He'd be reading his big Harry Potter books that are just like, 6 inches thick. And I'd be reading my manga books, and I'd tell him how much I love to read, and he'd be like, "You're not reading." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You're looking at a picture book." I'm like, "What?" No, I'm definitely reading. There are words in this book. And we had this argument back and forth. I mean, all year. If manga is literature. I'm with Natsuki. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat, as do I. Typically, I also flop back in my seat defeated, but I always come back with a counter argument. Don't worry, guys. Yodeler always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Holy shit. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Yodeler can become good friends too. Sayori. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, Wait, Sayori? Me? I'm not really, don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you would enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. Oh, that's so cool. I can't help but notice her intense expression. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that makes only her that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm out of this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah. I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Huh. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Yodeler? Oh. Read my poem. You'll find out. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. And I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just, yeah, beware the quiet kid at school. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. God, I can't read. I'm rambling a bit, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't need you to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Yeah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book and put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading company with someone. Oh, that's cute. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. because, you know, I got a big dick. Alright, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can pleasure her. God damn it! My mind is traveling into very dark places. Very dirty places. It's as if I can... God, I can't unsee that. Gosh. I'm crying. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Oh my god. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Ah! Curse my dirty mind! Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading over from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up... I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right hand on the right side of the book. That way, I turn page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after all it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Bonk! Stop being horny. Are you ready? Eh? Turn the page. Ah, sorry. I was not reading this book. I was too busy looking at your cleavage. I mean, I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains in silence for a moment, but Yodeler, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I mean that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh, fuck yeah. This is what I've been waiting for. That poem was fucking bad as fuck, dude. Oh, everyone's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is in this guy's head? We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ooh, physical touch. Alright, boner intensifies. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Ooh. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. That's a bad idea. You should always leave a bookmark. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends as it should. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing and dark. I think Yuri will like it, because she seems to like that somber shit. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find somebody to to share with? I can't wait. Suri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Suri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook, and I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh god. Oh, definitely Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Oh god. I don't know if I'm ready. I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. But I'm getting so nervous for her. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Seriously, it is. And it sounds like you're very well written. Huh. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if it's breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. I don't understand any of that. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Wow. Yeah, just as I thought, she's well written. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Yeah. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Yeah, I agree. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. That just finding them, building them, but not just finding them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if she's apologizing to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I have no idea. I can't read cursive that well, so I'm not even gonna bother. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it looked like you, but it took you a long time to read. No, actually, I didn't read it at all. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, I went full, like, dark and depressing. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost eerie? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Yodler. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Nope, I backed up. So if I right-click, it backs up. And if I left-click, it goes forward. That explains a lot. They usually do more and then tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was really impressive too. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Yodler. Ah, me too. I want to get Natsuki's response. Yodler, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe they actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? It's just because I'm a dude? Maybe it's not very that good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. It'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Damn, she's so rude. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. What the fuck? Yeah, it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can... You know, I have to enjoy this with a cup of tea. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it? Huh? Yeah. You're right, I don't like it. That's a lie. I thought it was stupid as balls. Didn't make any sense. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't hate it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Honestly, it looked like a fucking 2-year-old wrote that shit. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, understandable. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. It didn't hit me hard, but it was easy to read. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a 6 out of 10, because it did rhyme. And it was easy to read. And plus, it wasn't in cursive, so I could actually fucking read it. I like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Oh shit. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit rude. I didn't understand the poem, but now I do, and I'm like, oh, it had a lot more of a deeper meaning to it than I first gave it credit for. You know what? I'm sorry. I do like that poem. Monkeys, birds, cheetahs. Maybe we can too. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the... Yeah, I noticed. I like that. But then made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah. I was kind of thrown off by that. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Yeah, you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Yeah, that's exactly the conclusion that I came to, and I didn't give you enough credit. I'm sorry. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. No, I didn't. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, so we're telling everybody our poem. This is a good poem, Yodler. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Yodeler, deep down, you're not that selfish, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, it's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. I can read this one, okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy eye from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I like that one. The end completely threw me off. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. If it came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. Yeah. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright. Wait, is that a scroll wheel? Oh, it is. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, annoys a neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I'm real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's not too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever, everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out! Oh! Mind fuck! And he, on the other side, was looking in! Whoa! That's deep. It's very freeform, if that's what you like call it. Sorry, I'm not really the person to ask for feedback. It's okay. And that kind of style has gotten really popular these days. This is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Honestly, Monica's was my favorite to read. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. And that is actually what I just did, which really added to the flavor of the poem. Well, I'm not really sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Yo, Monica is extremely sus right now. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read them, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? You completely missed the symbolism or something. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Actually, I didn't catch that first until you explained it to me, which made me like it a little bit more. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say fuck? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Yodeler did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some of my suggestions first of all. Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. What, are you saying mine wasn't? And Yodeler liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. I actually didn't read it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new members, Yuri. Eh? Something's happening. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yodeler appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh god. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was that full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Yodeler started showing up. Oh shit! Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls run towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Yodeler! She just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing, it's more effective. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Yodeler. Actually, I mean, both styles are fine. There's no reason to have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Yodeler? God, this is so complex. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Definitely Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, you're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when he said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that at all. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Oh fuck yeah, President, you should have gotten involved a long ass time ago. You both said some things that you didn't mean to. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant, only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up even feeling bad for her. Something when I'm hurt. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head, so you're worried she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Damn. Oh, okay. She's pissed. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything's alright. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well... Alright, I believe you. Thanks, Yodeler. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do something so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind. We all know you're wearing fucking, cups to make your boobs look bigger. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, no one cares. I'm going to make some tea. You're right. A good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing? We literally just did that. Oh, okay, yeah. It was alright, well, mostly. Oh, she's back. Yodeler, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something about your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit about the kind of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. I did not know I was playing Undertale. Yodeler, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? I fucking hate them! I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Yodeler, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every date is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Well, that is the perfect place to leave off, and I will see you guys next time in the next video, because I am going to continue this. I want to get to the dark part. This was all just the intro, the prologue, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we will find out where this takes a dark turn, because they put age restriction on this. This is not a kids show, so if you have any sort of issues, I guess, I don't know, just like the game says, you probably shouldn't be watching this series then, because evidently it's supposed to get pretty dark, and people with depression, anxiety, well, might make you more depressed, I don't know. But anyways, I'll check you guys out next time, and I hope you enjoyed the reading, and if there's anything I can do better to make this a more enjoyable experience for you guys as well. I mean, honestly, I'm just kind of winging it, and honestly, what I'm going to do with this video is I'm just going to edit it up a little bit, but I'm going to include pretty much the whole bit, so this is going to be a really long video, and my first really long video, typically my videos aren't more than 10 or 15 minutes, so hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of content. I am definitely interested to finish this game, so I'm going to keep making more until I'm finished with this game and figure out what the fuck is so fucked up about it, because I gotta know, and I'm completely in the dark about it. So yeah, anyways, check you guys out next time.